In this video, we'll be going through the Work Together problem 10-2 from the Century 21 Accounting book by Gilbertson, Lehmen, and Gentene. So all credit to them for the text and the problem. So last problem, we did accounting for sales on account, and we journalized these transactions. And so now we're going to be posting from the sales journal. So these transactions that were in the sales journal, we're going to post them now. And so let's start there. Then we'll total, prove, and rule the sales journal and post the sales journal to the general ledger. So posting transactions from the sales journal to the accounts receivable ledger. So here's our sales journal. Remember, and we're going to be posting them to the accounts receivable ledger right here. So sometimes I just print my screen and throw this on my other computer screen so it's easier to look back and forth. So I just did that. So now I'm going to post the September 2nd Lenny Sanford sale number 221, which was an accounts receivable debit of $1,696. So now we'll come over here, September 2nd. Accounts receivable debit of $1,696, which now our debit balance should increase this number plus this number, because we have a debit balance plus a debit is a bigger debit. Okay, and so then the reference for this one was, let me see, what page? If we look back here, sales journal page 9, so we write S9 here. And now that this is posted, we put 110 in our sales journal posting reference. Okay, so then the next one, the 6th to Washington City Schools for 680. So Washington City Schools, the 6th, it was 680. Okay, was our accounts receivable debit. And the debit balance, we'll add this new debit to it because debit balance plus a debit is a bigger debit. And this was again S9, and account number 130 is the posting reference we'll put back in our sales journal. Now Venice Cafe on the 7th for $2,713.60. So we'll come back here to Venice Cafe on the 7th, S9, page 9 again, and the amount was $2,713.60. So our new balance, add it up. So now we're at $3,103.94. Okay, and oh, that was account 120, so we'll come back here, put 120 in, and it looks like Washington City Schools bought more on the 15th, $1,849. So go back here, and on the 15th, they bought $1,849. Add that new debit to the balance, S9, and it was account 130 back here. Okay, so at this point, we have done posting the transactions from sales journal to accounts receivable ledger. The next thing we do is total, prove, and rule the sales journal. Okay, so here we are in our sales journal. We're ready to total, rule, and prove it. So we'll just go ahead and write totals, and this is on the last day of the month, which is 30th in September, and we'll just equal sum, add up all of them, and then we'll just carry that formula over so that we will have added up a total for each one. I like to put a nice heavy line on top of that. to show that there is in fact like addition going on at this point. So now what we'll do is we'll make sure that they all equal. So our accounts receivable debit was this number, and our sales credit is here, and our sales tax payable credit is here. Now we can do just a simple addition, equal sum of those three, and equal sum of these three. Okay, so if I can see 69, 38, 60, 69, 38, 60. My debits equal my credits, so these are totaled and ruled. So we will give them a double line bottom border, just like that. Our next step is to post the sales journal to the general ledger. So we just totaled it. Now we need to post to accounts receivable debit 69, 38, 60. So we'll go back here, 69, 38, 60. And accounts receivable debit 69, 38, 60. And this was from S9 still, I believe. Sales journal, page 9. And on the last day of the month. So we'll go ahead and add that. And this is account 1130. So we'll go back to our sales journal, and down here in parentheses, remember spreadsheets think that that's a negative number because you put it in parentheses, but we just want it to be plain text. Oh, it didn't even like that. We tried. Account for 1130. There we go. Plain text. That one worked. Let's format Painter these other two lines so it will work with them too. That one's posted. I'll just put it in red so you can sort of see the difference. Now we're going to do sales credit 6689. So come over to my general ledger. Sales credit 6689. I think, is that what I said? 6689, yep. And so it's a credit balance, so we'll go ahead and add that credit. And this was again sales journal, page 9, on the 30th. And account 4110 comes back here in parentheses. For whatever reason, that's what they do. Undo. Change. There we go. And the last one, sales tax payable credit 249.60. Sales tax payable credit 249.60. We'll go ahead and add that to the credit balance. And this was sales journal 9 on the 30th, 2120. So now we have posted this journal. And that should be everything we were instructed to do for Work Together 10-2.